A set of controversial bills to expand legislative powers has been delivered at the Executive Yuan. Premier Cho Jung-tai says the cabinet may seek a reconsideration of the bills by the Legislative Yuan to potentially get them withdrawn.
If the lawmakers uphold the bills again, the TPP says it will request a ruling on whether they are constitutional. The bills had triggered sharp backlash from the public when they were passed last month, putting significant pressure on KMT and TPP lawmakers.
第57条条文修正通过。
Last month, on May 28th, the Legislative Yuan passed several bills to expand its powers. On Wednesday, the bills were delivered at the Executive Yuan. Premier Cho Jung-tai has asked Minister without Portfolio Ming-hsin to evaluate whether to seek remedies in accordance with the Constitution. The matter was added to the Executive Yuan's agenda for Thursday to decide whether to send the revisions back to the Legislature for reconsideration.
行政院作为国家最高行政机关，必须依法行政。
As the country's highest administrative body, we must act in accordance with laws, and we have the responsibility of defending constitutional order and safeguarding the basic rights of the people. The purpose of the reconsideration is not to further escalate tensions between ruling and opposition parties. We hope that by invoking this constitutional process, the Legislative Yuan will reconsider the contents of the bill to achieve a consensus that's in line with the Constitution and in the best interests of our nation.
According to the Constitution, if the Executive Yuan deems a resolution passed by the Legislative Yuan difficult of execution, it may request the Legislative Yuan to reconsider the resolution within 10 days after its transmission to the Executive Yuan. That means the request must be made by June 14th.
所以行政院这一次提出复议。
If the Executive Yuan requests reconsideration, it would be quite unacceptable, in my opinion. Our demands are very simple. That is, officials summoned for interpellation should not tell lies. They should tell the truth as it is. Isn't that what the people want?
但是会议不成功的时候，还再提时限。
If the reconsideration isn't successful, we will call for a constitutional interpretation. We will absolutely do so. We must demonstrate our commitment to upholding a constitutional government.
If the request for consideration goes ahead, the Legislative Yuan will have 15 days to reach a final resolution on the bill, which must be agreed on by at least half of all lawmakers. If upheld, it must then be accepted by the Executive Yuan and sent to the President to be announced and enter effect. The DPP Legislative Caucus says that if that happens, it will request a constitutional interpretation.